Hello, I'm Tilly and today I'm going to be emptying my hot bin. Now, it hasn't been going that long, it's about 7-8 weeks. It was the 27th of March when I started this off, and I was recording the temperature every day for a long time, and it really did get very hot. It was right up in the green, between 40 and 70. So it did get very hot, but it is full now, and I really need to get it emptied, even though it's not all going to be, I'm pretty sure anyway, it's not all going to be fully composted, but I need it emptied. We're redoing the compost bays, the 3 bays around the other side over in the corner of the garden, and I want to get this compost over in those bays. Now, I've had a lot of people asking me how it's going and when I'm going to do an update of this. So this is really for you that have been asking, although it is a little bit early. I think 7-8 weeks is quite early, although it is supposed to make good compost in a short period of time. So we'll see how it goes. Anyway, I'm just going to crack on and empty it and see what we get out of it. So the first thing I had to do was to take the straps off. Now, you can just loosen them and drop them down, but I didn't want them to get all mucky from when the compost came out, and they come off easy enough and go back on easy. And then just prise the door off, and then my trusty little pickaxe. This is a brilliant tool. I use this for so many things and it worked really well for this. I use a variety of tools trying to get this out of here. It is very compacted, so it took a long time. This is all speeded up. This is 4 times the speed. So you can see how slow I was working. So then I decided to try the hoe and get the hoe in there. And all the tools that I used, they all had their place, they all worked, and I think all of them was needed. So what I'm doing is scraping it from down the sides. This is my metal rod, pointed rod. It just helps loosen everything a bit. So I'm getting from down the sides and trying to leave the pillar in the middle, because that's how I saw them doing it on the Hotbin website. And then this little pick works brilliant. Just scrape it all once it's loosened, scrape it all out. Now you have to be very careful not to damage the Hotbin. I mean, it's a pretty solid structure, but it is polystyrene, although very, very solid polystyrene. It's made out of the same stuff as car bumpers apparently. And I was raking it all from the front just in case it all dropped down and I wanted the good stuff out of the way. But as it turns out, I didn't need to worry about that. So it's just a case of keep chipping away at it, really. It really was quite hard work. But slow and steady wins the race, so just kept going. It wasn't difficult, really. It just took a lot longer than I expected. I hadn't expected it to be quite so solid. I thought it would come out a bit easier than this. But the fact that it's so compacted means I got much more compost out of it in the end. So just starting to take a bit more out of the top part now and seeing how far I can go with it. I wanted to get to the back first and then start chipping away at the centre pillar. So I decided to change the camera angle here. It was very difficult to try and get the tripod in to record the video so you could actually see it and not get in the way of the actual camera. It was difficult because I was having to work from the side, so I didn't spoil your view. But I think you get a better idea from this angle of how solid that all is. So this little pickaxe was brilliant because I haven't got the hook that comes with the Hotbin because my sister couldn't find it when she gave me this to check out for her. She couldn't find the hook, but this works brilliantly. So just trying to get you in a bit closer still so you can have a good look inside there of what's happening. There was no insects in here, no ants, no insects or creepy crawlies of any sort, which I was quite surprised at. I thought there'd probably be some ants in there. But now it's starting to come looser, and the top is just starting to come down. So this is where I was getting a bit nervous, thinking, oh crikey, I better keep moving the stuff from the front so I get all of the good stuff, because I thought any second now that's just going to collapse. I do apologise about my tatty hair in the way there. Unfortunately there was very little I could do about it. I could have tied my hair back, of course, but I was just struggling to get in without blocking the camera view. So with the video speeded up the way it is, 4 times the speed, you can actually see how it's moving down. It wasn't that easy to see in normal life when I was actually doing the job. But it's quite fascinating to watch it just sliding down there. It's going to drop at any time. At this stage there was still quite a big chunk of it on that back wall of the hot bin there, so I was trying to get that out. It was packed quite solid in there, and I was obviously trying to be very careful not to damage the hot bin. So this is where the hoe worked really well, so it wasn't going to damage it at all. So you can see how solid that is, and you can also see it sliding down now. So quickly moved what I thought was the good compost, but it turned out to be all good compost. So moving that out of the way before the avalanche happens. Every time some dropped down like this, I was thinking, oh, we're still on the good stuff. I kept expecting to see a load of uncomposted peelings and bits of onion and apple and all sorts of stuff, but it just didn't happen. So here comes the big avalanche with the rest of it. So the whole lot just dropped down. So this is where I was really quite pleasantly surprised, because I was thinking, well, all this is good usable compost. Well, that was hard work. But I'm really pleased. I'm really pleased with the amount that we got out. In fact, the whole bin is usable as compost. The whole bin load is usable, which I didn't expect at all. Now, it's not all composted or decomposed. The top part, there's some peelings in there, but that's absolutely fine. I will show you it, and I think you'll be quite surprised how much I've got out of there. I haven't put any cooked fish or meat products or anything like that. I've only put raw veg peelings and scraps, no cooked food at all. So this is absolutely fine to go back into the new compost bays that we're building over the other side. So that is absolutely brilliant. I'll show you exactly what I got out of it. So first of all, that's the empty composter, the empty hot bin. And look at all this. Look at that. Isn't that amazing? That's on the 27th of March. That's when I very first started it, and I recorded the video. So if you haven't seen the video, go and check that out. It's 27th of March, and it just shows how I've set it all up and got it going, got it hot straight away. It actually works really well. Look at it, it's amazing. I am so pleased with it. Now, as you can, well, hopefully you saw when I was digging it out, I was very cautious. I kept dragging it away because I thought the whole lot would fall fall down and I wouldn't be able to use the top part, but I didn't need to worry. Now this, from here, from about here across there, all this is from the very bottom to about where that is, where that gap is. So all of that, isn't that a lot? And this, from that side across, is what fell out of the top, and it looks fabulous. It looks really good, look at it. Now, as you can see, there are some peelings in there. Now, I don't actually usually put potato peelings in my compost bays. You can see I've got potato peelings in here. I do put them in the hot bin. I don't put them in the bays because potatoes grow from very small pieces of peelings. So I don't want potatoes growing in my compost bays. Which is why I put them in here, but I'm okay with this bit. This will be fine. I'm going to put it in one of the bays and let it, I mean, it's perfectly usable as it is. That can be used as it is. This is the top stuff, and look how good that is. And then over here is the bottom stuff. Look at that. There's always bits that get stuck. Rubber band, that's obviously off some veg or something, so I'll get that out. Look, it's amazing stuff. So these hot bins definitely work. Now, as I said, this is about 7 or 8 weeks to get to this stage. I could have emptied it sooner, so it would have worked quicker. I just didn't have the time. I had the time to empty it, but I needed to record it because so many people wanted an update, so I didn't have time to record it. Today, yay, I found time. So the hot bin, I can highly recommend it. It definitely works. I love it. Unfortunately, this one is now going back to my sister because it's my sister's hot bin that she couldn't get to work. So now I can tell her how it all works, exactly what to do. I can give her some paper and cardboard and bits and pieces to start her off, and then she can get it going and get it all working for herself now, because I think she'll be quite surprised by this. So I haven't got a hot bin, but I can highly recommend them. So I hope that was helpful. I am over the moon with this. This is a lot of compost. So I am very, very happy with how this turned out. So I do hope that was helpful. I'll get it all put in the bay over the other side, and then I'll show you what it's like over there. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Click the thumbs up if you did, and hopefully I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.